gentlemen, this policy package is accompanied by government and political transformation programs designed to reduce crime and corruption, improve education, infrastructure and public transport, and remove outdated and repressive laws. Together, these reforms will open up Malaysia economically and politically, allowing us to remain competitive and on course to reach developed nation status. This ambition will not be without its challenges. At 53%, our debt to GDP ratio is manageable. But to ensure the transformation is sustainable, it must be driven by private sector investment, with public finance playing a catalyzing role rather than carrying the bulk of the load. We must also address the deficit. In the 2013 budget, we made a commitment to reduce the deficit to 4% this year and 3% by 2015. And we are on track to achieve those targets. And we back that up with policies to strengthen the tax system, better collection, and rationalize subsidies. We are working towards a balanced budget, and I have pledged that our debt will never exceed 55% of GDP. Hard choices await as we continue to draw down subsidies, rebalancing our spending away from broad brush initiatives in favor of direct financial assistance to those most in need, including households earning less than $3,000 per month. More focused support, as opposed to general subsidy, we think and we know will bring better value and certainly better outcomes. In the medium term, we must make our affirmative action programs more market-friendly and meritocratic. Foreign direct investment, which has grown over much of the past decade, has not yet fully recovered from the 2008 financial crisis. To offset dips in our major export markets, we must concentrate on boosting domestic demand and not forgetting to improve our productivity. Ladies and gentlemen, at the heart of our economic vision is an open market, one which is rich in opportunity for investors and citizens alike. A vibrant financial service industry is springing up here in Kuala Lumpur, thanks to our experience of the 1997 Asian financial crisis. It's already well capitalized and properly regulated. Last year, our stock exchange linked Singapore and Bangkok, creating a virtual market with $1.4 trillion of combined market capitalization. Investors flocked to the KL exchange, tempted by a succession of blockbusting public offerings. $7.3 billion was raised in a series of bumper IPOs, including the world's third biggest. Our stock exchange closed the year at an all-time high, up more than 10% on 2011. Total foreign holdings of outstanding Malaysian bonds reached a record 22% at the end of 2012. Past measures to make the capital market accessible have been successful. The development of FELDA, our federal land agency, including funding structures allowing it to pool financing and distribute among smallholders. Retail and Islamic finance bonds have allowed a wide range of investors, in particular the people of Malaysia, to participate in nation-building projects. In fact, many Islamic capital market products are structured around promoting inclusiveness and serving society. A decade ago, Malaysia issued the world's first sovereign sukuk or Islamic bond. Today, we command nearly 3/4 of global share, leading the world in Islamic financial regulation standards and even trading. And now we have the opportunity to build on those successes, to improve participation and ensure that the capital market meets the needs of all segments of society and enterprise. We should redouble our efforts to provide a comprehensive range of Islamic financial products and accelerate our efforts to internationalize the Islamic capital market. We can also make financing, the lifeblood of any economy, more inclusive. Over the last 5 years, the top 10% of firms in the Malaysian equity market captured an average of 82% of the capital raised. Funds were mostly raised by existing listed companies through rights issues and private placement. Efforts are already underway to promote greater inclusiveness and financing and ensure better access for startups, aspiring entrepreneurs, small to medium-sized entities. The launch of alternative structures like business trust will further open up the capital market. Ladies and gentlemen, last July, I announced an initiative to develop a platform for trading unlisted securities. Today, I'm pleased to note that the conceptual framework for Malaysia's first online platform for unlisted securities and alternative investment products has been introduced. The integrated virtual platform known as MyULM will connect the capital market to various alternative investment products, including innovative ventures, creating works and socially responsible investments. It is designed to help early-stage ventures and businesses at the lower end of the credit spectrum. Ladies and gentlemen, with a combined population size of more than 600 million, the 10 countries that make up ASEAN account for more than 7% of global exports and more than 3% of global GDP. This vibrant consumer market is expected to grow by 5.4% this year and 5.7% next year. These prospects have attracted significant investor interest. So it is no surprise that integration with ASEAN is a key part of Malaysia's growth story. We already have a strong presence with more than 600 Malaysian companies operating in different ASEAN jurisdictions, with the second largest market cap to GDP ratio in the region at 154%. Malaysia is an active advocate for ASEAN integration. We will continue to play a leading role in building ASEAN as an asset class by working together with our Southeast Asian friends and our neighbors. There is much to be done. The current level of cross-border equity and debt investment still remains low, with Malaysian, Singapore and Thai entities making just 8% of their equity and debt offshore investments in the region. But this low base suggests significant scope for growth in intra-regional investment, taking us a few steps closer to the realization of a true ASEAN economic integration. We would like new investors in the region to seriously consider using Malaysia as your springboard into ASEAN. We have the experience, we have the connections, and we have market infrastructure to support you. And for those of you already doing business here, I hope you will continue to find Malaysia not just an attractive investment and financing location in its own right, but also a preferred ASEAN venue.